Hey everyone, so this upgraded my LG G5 to Android 7 Nougat. So I'm going to be doing a comparison video versus another Nougat phone, the Google Pixel XL. So let's start off by powering both phones on at the same time. So the Google Pixel XL actually on a slightly newer version of Nougat 7.1. Of course, the Google phones, you always get day one upgrades with that, with Android software. The Pixel XL just came out last month. A lot going for it. Very fast phone. Easily winning the majority of these tests. Has the latest Snapdragon 821 processor and 4 GB of RAM. But you see here, G5 first one to boot up. So very impressive for G5 in terms of speed. Came out earlier in the year, around April, and has Snapdragon 820 with 4 GB of RAM. Alright, so let's head on over to the app page for both phones. And just going to make sure everything's closed out. So we're good. Alright guys, so first up, Temper on 2. Yeah, so the G5, not my favorite phone, but in terms of speed, easily one of the fastest. Just lacks certain things like waterproofing, an excellent rear-facing camera, but again, in terms of speed, easily one of the fastest ones I own. As you see here, beating out the Pixel XL and Temper on 2, so very impressive there. Next up, CNN. And you see here again, beating out the Pixel XL. Next up, iFunny. Again, LG. YouTube. Again, LG here. Calculator. Clock. eBay. And that one goes to the Google Pixel XL. Asphalt 8. So in terms of screen size with the LG 5.3 inches, high resolution at 554 pixels per inch. As you hear, again, you have the LG, first one to boot up. The Pixel XL 5.5 inches, 534 pixels per inch. So pretty close in terms of resolution. Next up is photos. Alright, so that one goes to the Google. ESPN. Alright, next up is settings. Google. And so I ran into benchmark. Let me show you the results. So a score of 148,621 for the LG 5. And for the Google Pixel XL, a score of 140,426. And I did rerun that for Android N just a few minutes ago. Alright, so far, I mean, I think that the LG 5 doing pretty amazing here because, you know, I mean, it's winning, it hasn't won all of them, of course, but I think it did win the majority of them. So next up, let's look at Chrome, and then we're going to do multitasking and fingerprint scanner. Alright, so let's go to abc.com. Site I have not been to on either phone. Alright, so it looks like this one is going to go to the Google Pixel. Alright, let's do NBC. Alright, so that didn't actually load up the site, but as you saw, it was faster there on the LG. Let's do one more. Let's do Nintendo. And this is actually a site I've been to on one of the phones on the Google Pixel XL. So not surprising, I think it loads a little bit faster on the Pixel just because I have been to the site previously on there. I think there's some data. Let me try one more site. I've not been to either one. Let's do Catholic.com. Or I guess Catholic.org. Alright, so this one again goes to the Google Pixel. Actually, I think it may have loaded up. Well, yeah, so that one went to the Pixel. Alright, so next up, let's do some camera speed tests. Alright, so in terms of resolution, on the LG 5, 16 megapixels for rear, the Google Pixel is 12, both have front facing of 8. And for this, I will have an actual comparison, but for now, let's just take a speed test comparison. So on G5, it's a little hard to tell when it's actually taking the picture. You can see really doesn't give much shutter indication there. Both obviously more than capable. You shouldn't have an issue in terms of speed here, taking pictures. Alright, and I'll show you fingerprint scanner and then we'll do multitasking. So the fingerprint scanner for both phones located here on the back. Personally, not a big fan of the placement, but I see it is right here for both phones. Alright, so sorry guys, kind of hard to press both at the same time. Let me retry that. You don't have to actually press it, just place your finger down on both. I'd say the Pixel is a little bit faster. I mean, sometimes it's about a tie, but sometimes Pixel a little bit faster, as you saw right there. Yeah, so this edge goes to the Pixel. Alright, next up, let's do multitasking. Going back to beginning, let's do Tempo Run 2. Alright, so it looks like both phones are going to reload the game from the start. As CDLG, again, first one to boot up the game. But a bit disappointed both actually have to go back and restart both from the start. Alright, next up CNN. Alright, so again, they're both restarting the app. But you see here, Pixel is the first one to load it up. YouTube. Alright, so again, Pixel here. Looks like the multitasking so far not going great for the LG iFunny. eBay. Alright, so these apps are doing a bit better. Asphalt 8. And that one definitely goes to the LG. Not requiring you to completely restart it. And let's just do a couple more. Let's do ESPN. Alright, so that one goes to the LG. So cut off to a little bit of a slow start, but now definitely picking up. Let's go back in the camera. Photos. Yeah, so it looks like it may have just been the first couple apps that required reloading, maybe because of where they were. They were accessed a bit earlier than the other ones. Alright guys, so let's go over some more of the specs. So already mentioned screen size, camera. In terms of storage, so 33 gigabytes on the LG G5 and the dual micro SD card support. On the Google Pixel XL, 32 or 128 and no micro SD card support. In terms of battery, on the LG G5, 2800 capacity. On the Pixel XL, 3450. Although on the G5 it is removable. On the Pixel it's not. That's something really rare now that you don't see many phones. So props to LG there. So we went over processor, Snapdragon 820 for the LG, Snapdragon 821 for the Pixel XL, both 4 gigabytes of RAM, both USB Type-C at the bottom, both do have the headphone jack. Neither one is waterproof, neither one has dual speakers, although the G5 speakers do get pretty loud. Both, of course, fingerprint scanners on the back. The LG G5 does have an always-on screen display. Not the best, kind of hard to see, as you guys see right there, although it does at least have it. The Google Pixel does not. And in terms of material, so the LG G5, it is made out of metal, but it does have a very thick plastic coating on it. Kind of takes away from it, the premium feeling. So just in terms of design, guys, not going to beat around the bush. The LG G5 is one of my least favorite of the year. Definitely prefer the upgrades that they made with the LG V20 there. And here is a look at the Google Pixel XL. So made out of metal and glass on the back. Now one massive difference here, the price. So for the LG G5, starting at around $400. So excellent price here for the phone that you're getting. For the Google Pixel XL, at this point, it's starting at $769. And remember, no micro SD card support, so it could set you back an extra 100 or so if you want to upgrade to the 128 version. So yeah, guys, keep that in mind. I mean, you may end up paying twice as much for the Google Pixel XL over the LG G5. Again, guys, as I said at the beginning of the video, the LG G5, not my favorite phone. It is very well rounded. It's just missing some of the areas that are most important to me, like waterproofing and excellent camera. But I mean, overall, guys, for the price you're getting, for the speed you're getting, as you saw in this test, excellent phone. So yeah, everyone, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe more to this in the future, and let me know in the comment section what video you want to see next.